layer that keeps getting grabbed. Oh, we need to fix that. We need it to say setting up stream now. Okay. So we are currently at 9% Jopacity, and we are about to do Moby Dick, chapter 78, I think. No music tonight because of VOD saving reasons. This is a VOD stream. We're going to be reading Moby Dick, chapter 78, 79, and 80, maybe? Where's my what we're reading link? Okay, let's get that posted. Boy, I have a single hair drifting in front of my eye, and it is driving me nuts. Let's go ahead and get that fixed. 2, we're going to pin this in the Twitch chat. We're going to get our pin in the YouTube chat as well. Oh, if I can fix my hair so I don't go crazy. Why is this happening when I'm live? Ah, it's fine. Oh, okay. Okay. Welcome, Wandering Mask. You have made it to another reading stream. Congratulations, you've made it to the beginning of another reading stream. ZK says, Moby Dick was too long for me. I couldn't read it. Well, the trick is to just read it a little bit every week. That's what I'm doing. So, let's go to edit video here. Live reaction, slow mode 3 seconds, save. And then we're going to change the game to Minecraft in YouTube because YouTube doesn't accept that information via the API like it should. Thanks, YouTube. You're the best. Okay. Let's go. Welcome, Pepper Basenji. Okay, so we have a lot to do. Now, there's a question of what do we want to do for shop week or shop month first? But realistically, this arena is as far as it needs to be for shop month. Wool stuff, I'm still waiting on hearing back from the other hermits. Impulse's thing, his pumpkin thing looked cool, but I can't do that while I'm playing and reading. Same thing for the Underground Hermit Mayhem. I think this is going to be a mining stream out at the Homedell project. We are currently at 9% Jopacity and $4 away from the next Facecamera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And I mentioned this partially because we just got a tip rolling in. Let's see who it is from. It's from Centauratron. It says, can't hang tonight. Hope you all have a whale of a time. And tips 50. Well, let's get on that on our abacus here. $4 gets us one Facecamera expansion milestone. 24 gets us another. And then let's see what we've got left after that. Here we go. Here's that first 4. Expand Jost. Do. And we're going to find my eye and lower the Jopacity now to 6%. Numero dos. Even larger Joe. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. And lowering the Jopacity now to 3%. And then let's see. So the next 20, that's going to get us up to 44. That's going to be our next Facecamera expansion milestone. That's going to blow out the camera. And we've got a whole song just for this that I can't play because of copyright reasons, because we don't want the VOD to go away, because Centauratron isn't here. So let's just assume I'm singing a song. It's a really good song that's copywritten. Copyrights are a problem, but only if you have the song set off the things. Woo! Okay, yeah, I'm not going to apologize for that. That was the other guy. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this. Where's my camera? Hey, I'm pretty cool, and I should be visible. Why can nobody see me? That's truly a tragedy. Let's see. It's me, the Beetlejuice here. Where am I? Hey. I should be here. Here we go. It's the Beetlejuice with the most. I'm going to be down here in slot 9, putting the hot bar. We're switching over to $50 expansions at this point because, hey, I'm worth it. But, yeah. So let's see. We got that going. I guess I'm going to be reading Moby Dick. Hope y'all are excited about Chapter 78 of Moby Dick. I should probably post the what we're reading link. The other guy was too lazy to post that in both chats. It's only in the Twitch one there. Super professional. Good job. Yeah. You know what it's like working with Joe Hills? I don't know. He barely functions. Okay, so let's see. We got $6 left over from Centauratron's tip. That puts us now 44 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat. Let's get this all going. So this is not pinned yet, so we're going to pin that. I'm going to keep that in reserve. Yeah. Hey, Kindless. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. So I don't know if you guys saw the news, but I guess I can post this link. So they rolled back 10 bells. They rolled back 10 bells after the developer Acrylic Pixel saw my stream with the endgame bug that I discovered. There's a video of that bug on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But yeah. So they rolled back the game to an earlier version, and then they're gonna fix it when they can. But yeah. Hey, we're making everybody's life better. So this way a whole bunch of people don't go find that bug and then get disappointed. Just me, baby. Just me. Anyway, where were we? So that's pretty cool though. Let's see, we gotta clean up our inventory here. This is a mess. Yeah, it's not going great in the old inventory here. Where is the... There's the wallet. Just gonna throw these in the change purse. Cool. That'll keep that nice and clean. You know, using bags inside of shulkers, it's just more effective. You know, it's efficient. Anybody see the 10 Bells stream earlier today? Have some feedback on that while we get set up to start reading Moby Dick. Got a little bit of work to do in terms of inventory management before I can roll back over to Hermit Home Dell and get that underway. So anything you guys want to share? It's a good time. Kindle says, I'm doing well. Stellar was very happy to see your name on the tombstone. Hey, glad to hear it. Always happy to get people's names on tombstones. Am I right? Oh, that was one of the things I was supposed to do before I started the stream. I have, there's been a lot going on. Okay. So, yeah, one thing that we need to do is we're gonna change. We need to go to the calendar, go to google.com here. Halloween night. My daughter really wants to do something, which I would like to do with her. But that means we're gonna have to do a late night stream on Halloween. So I'm gonna rename HermitCraft 10 Live to Late Night Halloween Stream. So instead of streaming at 8:30 U.S. Central Time on Halloween, I'm gonna be streaming from 10 to midnight. So it's still gonna be a 2-hour show, but this way I don't disappoint my child. So I feel like that's a good choice. Okay. Hey, Jen K, doing well. Wandering Mass says, I wish I'd been able to catch that stream earlier. Is there a slog? Is there a slog? Let me tell you. Yeah, there's always a slog. Life's a slog, man. Let me pull up the 10 Bells slog. Okay, cool. We got that pulled up. Copy. Okay, copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Okay, so we're almost inventory managed to the point where we can move forward with our lives. Please. Okay, we're gonna toss that there. You know, at a certain point, You know, I start looking on. It starts looking like it's my fault that I'm not prepared for this stream. But you know, we're nowhere near that. Okay, blue wool. Arrows. I don't even know. Throw them in there for later. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly back to Hermit Homedale. Is it nighttime outside? It's almost nighttime, or it was nighttime. I can't tell. Well, okay, we need to fly back to Hermit Homedale and start doing some digging while I read Moby Dick. Because, as far as I can tell, everything in the shopping district that I need to do, like the tough mining and the calcite mining, is too finicky. There's too much moving place to place, fighting monsters. It's just not going to be the right speed for a reading stream. So we're going to fly on back here. I wonder, before we do though, let's go check and see if we got any sales at our XP shop at spawn. If you didn't catch the slog about yesterday night's stream, we built an XP shop at spawn because Joe's got an XP shop at spawn. Let's go check on that. That's an entire ice cube. I don't need that. I like that spawn doesn't even get his own portal. Oh yeah, it does. It's got a portal now. That's something. So here's my XB shop at spawn. Dang it. It would be funny if a lot of people bought those, but I don't think anyone's going to. Okay, this does at least take us to the roof. Spawn chunks soon. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. So yeah, let's go. We're heading this way. I actually, you know, I haven't actually opened the Moby Dick thing over here on my own computer. I had it on the phone earlier so I could prepare. This next chapter, guys, is a little bit dangerous. This is about a dangerous time on our good ship Pequod. In this chapter, a little bit of a whaling accident occurs. Now, if you aren't familiar with Moby Dick, a lot of the book is about whaling accidents. Some of the rest is about whaling incidents, and some of the rest is about whales. But, you know, you can't say you haven't been warned at this point. Just letting you know. Let's go ahead here and... Oh boy, why are these chunks taking forever to load? Did I turn that way up for replay mod reasons? Yeah, I did 97. That's too high. 61 is fine for what we're doing right now. Hey, welcome, Melody. I hope I have a nice stream, too. Have fun at your Halloween party. Also, this is the only stream of the week for which there will be a VOD, so you can always catch up on Moby Dick later. Great use of 1/8 of my remaining fireworks. Okay, here we go. Bum bum bum. Okay, what do we need? We need tool chest. That's armor. Additional rockets, though, isn't a bad get. Tool chest, yeah. I'm gonna put that away. I'm gonna put that away. I'm gonna move that to the redstone box. Actually, let's move it to the golf bag with water. Because being able to make our own golf water would be fantastical. Hey, I'm doing all right, Kat. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. I'm always having a good time here. You know, cat is actually the third word of Moby Dick chapter 78. No, it's not. I can't count. It was the fourth word. I'm embarrassed now. This is very embarrassing for me. I'm also realizing I should have put these torches away. We're not going to need those. Inventory management. Truly my passion. Also, let's go get some food. Nom 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 noms. Yeah, this box is getting low. Getting low, getting low, getting low, getting low. Okay. Hey, farmers, anybody got farm food? What? How is the bread trade still out? Is it because you haven't gone to bed? You need to sleep better, buddy. That's on you. Don't make that my problem and you're not sleeping. Oh, hey, let's get some of this pie, actually. Pumpkin pie is very seasonal. Seasonal, maybe. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You're too crazy. Lifeless. That's the definition of what life is. Hype this. I don't know how to dig a knife this. Okay. These guys are not going to be able to get back up to the town, are they? Are they smart enough to get up to the town if I dig them a little thing here? Hi, I dug you a thing so you can get back to the village. Are you smart enough to use it? Oh wait, here's a bunch of farmers who presumably do know how to use their beds. We'll get some bread there. That guy's the wrong trade. Wrong trade. Hey, pie is always good. What up, paisanos? That means countrymen who have pies. Dun da 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 da. Trading. Dun da 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 da. Trading. Okay. So I think what I need to do is just start straight up digging a stairwell down to there. That's like this big. Okay, that's actually just a cliff. Yeah, I see now why they have problems getting home. Like Dr. Sam Beckett. Yeah, they're, yeah, it's gonna be a little rough. Okay, what if we put the stairs here, though? Hear me out. On this part. Do these count as stairs to the village for the purposes of villager crafting? I guess we'll find out. They're kind of behind the village is the problem, huh? Yeah, that's not going to be super helpful for these guys. Yeah, I'm down here in slot 9 putting the hut in the hopper, Lady Oolong. Thank you for asking. Appreciate the concern. Okay. So yeah, anyway, I was going to say, some people might find this next chapter of a book about whale murdering kind of disturbing. Because sometimes, you know, so what is it, you know, some days you eat the whale, some days the whale eats you. I think that's it. Something, I don't know. But yeah, we definitely need to free up some inventory space before we start our mining for this next part here. Boom, boom. Villagers have different blocks they prefer to pathfind through. Okay, so, like, if I, like, would path blocks actually be, like, weighted in their A-star search algorithm? To, like, be easier for them to find stuff along? That's actually really interesting, so... That's actually really interesting, Toxic. You're, absolutely nailing this. Lady Oolong, yeah. No problem falling asleep, because, this is one of those streams that we're gonna do the, what do you call it, the VOD for. It's Vodderday night, live from New York. Or something, I don't know. Live from New York. It's Vodderday night. Okay, so we got all these pies. That's a start. We got some stone here. We're gonna lay our heads down and dream. Come on, a computer. Let me sleep. Fighting computers to allow me to sleep. So it's you know, not even a video game anymore. This is just what I do. Okay. So the snack attack is going back in there. We're gonna grab this rocket box and consolidate this Wow. What a terrible showing. Okay, we'll take out the 12. Put the rest back. Okay, now we're gonna go to where the nearest collection of... Oh! You know what? I think the nearest collection of fine shulker boxes might actually be missing an ender chest. So we need to grab an additional ender chest out of here. Boom. There we go. Now we're ready to rock and or go. I wanna rock and go all night and party every stream. Okay, I think that these go here on the diagram. Okay, so we have unnamed shulkers here ready to receive stone. Toxic Glitter says, oh, the path hinting might be a bedrock only feature. Oh, that's good to know either way. Thank you for getting that on my radar regardless. Radarless? I don't know if that is helpful. Okay. So let's get up here and do some mining. We are going to do... How far are we going over? Wow, there's a lot of villagers who are stuck right there too. Boy... I wonder if the number of villagers keeps increasing because they keep wandering out of range of the village. By M. Night Shyamalan. Okay. Okay, now they're going... I'm not sure that's better, you guys. I think you'd rather go this way, right? You'd rather go to... Over... Okay, no, they're trying to path to the bed. Interesting. Oh, and they're seeing these as workstations. Oh, well, that's something. Interesting. Blacksmith. Each beacon can be its own village. Now that's an interesting idea. Okay, we're gonna... That might be an episode. Converting the storage beacons to villages. And there's just villages all throughout here. And we put in a bunch of extra beds in each one. And we don't even have to change the layout for anything else. We just, like... Is that a thing? Does that... Okay. Okay. So. core concept. This is actually pretty interesting to me because I'm very easily amused. And I'm annoyed also that I put my axe away. Put my axe away, I've got problems. Put my axe away, I've got problems, yeah. Listen to the villagers, at least they're not pillagers. Gotta go drunk and free. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, I think we need to, we are far enough off the rails. I'm going to post the tipping link. I'm going to remind people that, yeah, once we start reading Moby Dick, probably not going to be using acknowledging tips in the middle of the chapter unless I'm at a natural breaking point. Going to take down the setting up now sign so we know this is where we're getting started here. I am going to mention, too, this chapter definitely has some not great terms in relation to characters being referred to by their races. Not super helpful. I've usually been substituting those terms with the person's job on board the ship, but this is a chapter about the 3 harpooneers, so me replacing those on the fly might get confusing. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in, I think, to the next chapter. Once again, this is kind of a disturbing chapter about an accident on board the Pequod. So if you're easily disturbed, maybe this is not the chapter for you. Chapter 78, Cistern and Buckets of Moby Dick, or The Whale, by Herman Melville. Nimble as a cat, Tashtego mounts aloft, and without altering his erect posture, runs straight out upon the overhanging mainyard arm to the point where it exactly projects out over the hoisted ton. He has carried with him a light tackle called a whip, consisting of only 2 parts, traveling through a single sheaved block, securing the block so that it hangs down from the yard arm. He swings one end of the rope till it's caught and firmly held by a hand on deck. Then, hand over hand, down the other part, Tashtego drops through the air till dexterously he lands on the summit of the head. There, still high elevated above the rest of the company, to whom he vivaciously cries. He seems some Turkish Muslim calling the good people to prayers from the top of a tower. A short-handled, sharp spade being sent up to him, he diligently searches for the proper place to begin breaking into the ton. In this business he proceeds very heedfully, like a treasure hunter in some old house, sounding the walls to find where the gold is masoned in. By the time this cautious search is over, a stout, iron-bound bucket, precisely like a well bucket, has been attached to one end of the whip, while the other end, being stretched across the deck, is held by 2 or 3 alert hands. These last now hoist the bucket within grasp of Tashtego, to whom another person has reached up a very long pole. Inserting this pole into the bucket, Tashtego downward guides the bucket into the ton, till it entirely disappears. Then, giving the word to the seaman at the whip, up comes the bucket again, all bubbling like a dairymaid's pail of new milk. Carefully lowered from its height, the full-freighted vessel is caught by an appointed hand and quickly emptied into a large tub. Then, remounting aloft, it again goes through the same round until the deep cistern will yield no more. Toward the end, Tashtego has to ram his long pole harder and harder and deeper into the ton until some 20 feet of the pole have gone down. Now, the people of the Pequod had been bailing some time in this way. Several tubs had been filled with fragrant sperm when all at once a queer accident happened. Whether it was that Tashtego, that wild harpooner, was so heedless and reckless as to let go for a moment his one-handed hold on the great cabled tackles suspending the head, or whether the place where he stood was so treacherous and oozy, and whether the evil one himself would have it fall out so, without stating his particular reasons. How was it then, exactly? How was it then? How was it exactly? How it was exactly. There is no telling now. But, on a sudden, as the 80th or 90th bucket came up, my God, poor Tashtego, like the twin reciprocating bucket in a veritable well, dropped head foremost down into this great ton of Heidelberg, and with a horrible, oily gurgling, went clean out of sight. "Man overboard!" cried Daggoo, who amid the general consternation first came to his senses. "Swing the bucket this way!" And, putting one foot into it, so as the better to secure his slippery handhold on the whip itself, the hoisters ran him high up to the top of the head, almost before Tashtego could have reached its interior bottom. Meanwhile, there was a terrible tumult. Looking over the side, they saw the before lifeless head, throbbing and heaving just below the surface of the sea, as if that moment had seized it with some momentous idea, whereas it was only the poor Tashtego unconsciously revealing by those struggles the perilous depth to which he had sunk. At this instant, while Daggoo, on the summit of the head, was clearing the whip, which had somehow got foul of the great cutting tackles, a sharp cracking noise was heard, and, to the unspeakable horror of all, one of the two enormous hooks suspending the head tore out, and with a vast vibration the enormous mass sideways swung till the drunk ship reeled and shook as if smitten by an iceberg. The one remaining hook upon which the entire strain now depended seemed every instant to be on the point of giving way, an event even still more likely from the violent motions of the head. "Come down! Come down!" yelled the seaman to Daggoo. But, with one hand holding on to the heavy tackles, so that if the head should drop, he would still remain suspended, the harpooner having cleared the foul line. Rammed down the bucket into the now collapsed well, meaning that the buried harpooner should grasp it and be hoisted out. In heaven's name, man," cried Stubb, Are you ramming home a cartridge there? Vast. How will that help him? Jamming that iron-bound bucket on top of his head. Avast, will ye? Stand clear of the tackle! Cried a voice, like the bursting of a rocket. Almost in the same instant, with a thunder boom, the enormous mass dropped into the sea, like Niagara's Table Rock into the whirlpool. The suddenly relieved hull rolled away from it to far down her glittering copper, and all caught their breath, as half-swinging, now over the sailors' heads, now over the water. Daggoo, through a thick mist of spray, was dimly beheld, clinging to the pendulous tackles, while poor buried alive Tashtego was sinking utterly down to the bottom of the sea. But hardly had the blinding vapor cleared away, when a naked figure with a boarding sword in his hand was for one swift moment seen hovering over the bulwarks. The next, a loud splash announced that my brave Queequeg had dived to the rescue. One packed rush was made to the side, and every eye counted every ripple, as moment followed moment, and no sign of either the sinker or the diver could be seen. Some hands now jumped into a boat alongside, and pushed a little off from the ship. "Ha ha!" cried Daggoo, all at once from his now quiet, swinging perch overhead, and looking further off to the side. We saw an arm thrust upright from the blue waves. It was a strange sight to see, an arm thrust forth from the grass over a grave. "Both! Both! It is both!" cried Daggoo again, with a joyful shout. And soon after, Queequeg was seen boldly striking out with one hand, and with the other clutching the long hair of Tashtego. Drawn into the waiting boat, they were quickly brought to the deck, but Tashtego was long in coming to, and Queequeg did look very brisk. Now, how had this noble rescue been accomplished? Why, diving after the slowly descending head, Queequeg with his keen sword had made side lunges near its bottom, so as to scuttle a large hole there. Then, dropping his sword, had thrust his long arm far inwards and upwards, and so he hauled out poor Tash by the head. He averred that upon first thrusting in for him, a leg was presented. But, well knowing that was not as it ought to be, and might occasion great trouble, he had thrust back the leg, and by a dexterous heave and toss had wrought a somersault upon Tashtego, so that with the next trial he came forth in the good old way, head first and foremost. And as for the great head itself, that was doing well, as could be expected. And thus, through the great courage and skill in the obstetrics of Queequeg, the deliverance, or rather delivery, of Tashtego was successfully accomplished. In the teeth, too, of the most untoward and hopeless impediments, which is a lesson by no means to be forgotten. Midwifery should be taught in the same course, with fencing and boxing, riding and rowing. I know that this queer adventure of the gay-headers will be sure to seem incredible to some landsmen, though they themselves may have either seen or heard of someone else falling into a cistern ashore. An accident which not seldom happens, and which must, with much less reason, too, than Tashtego's, considering the exceeding slipperiness of the curb of the sperm whale's well. But, peradventure, it must be sagaciously urged. How is this? We thought the tissued, infiltrated head of the sperm whale was the lightest and most quirky part about him, and yet thou makest it sink in an element of far greater specific gravity than itself. We have thee there. Not at all, but I have ye. For at the time poor Tash fell in, the case had been nearly emptied of its lighter contents, leaving little but the dense, tendinous wall of the well, a double-welded hammered substance, as I have before said, much heavier than seawater, and a lump of which sinks in it like lead almost. But the tendency to rapid sinking in this substance was in the present instance materially counteracted by the other parts of the head remaining undetached from it, so that it sank very slowly and deliberately indeed, affording Queequeg a fair chance for performing his agile obstructs on the run, as you may say. Yes, it was a running delivery, so it was. Now, had Tashtego perished in that head, it had been a very precious perishing, smothered in the very whitest and daintiest of fragrant spermaceti, coffined, hearsed, and tombed in the secret inner chamber and sanctum sanctorum of the whale. Only one sweeter end can be readily recalled: the delicious death of an Ohio honey hunter, who, seeking honey in the crotch of a hollow tree, found such an exceeding store of it, that leaning too far over, it sucked him in, so that he died embalmed. How many, think ye, have likewise fallen into Plato's honey head, and sweetly perished there? And that concludes chapter 78 of Moby Dick, or The Whale, by Herman Melville. Okay, I gotta say, like, the last 3 chapters or 4 chapters have all ended with him being like, now this might seem like it's a whole thing, but also let me use it as an excuse to make fun of a famous philosopher. Because if you're gonna read something, you should read my work. Like, I don't even know what this is. Plato's honey head, I guess. Hey guys, what's up? They're all like, I want the bed. You took the bed. Why is there only one bed? Well, it's because we're reading Moby Dick, and this guy came up with it, Melville. Hey, hi, Cammy. Welcome. The Mintus says, amazing. So, yeah, let's see what we got. We got any thoughts? Got any thoughts about Moby Dick? Chapter 78. The Cistern. Anybody got anything to share? That would be a pretty terrifying way to die. Drowning inside of something full of fluid that's falling into the ocean. Not great. Not great. But, yeah, let's see. If you guys are enjoying this Moby Dick reading, just as a reminder, we are $45 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Let's go ahead and update our what we're reading link as well. We need to update that chapter 79. The Mintus says, yeah, that's where my head was. Very dark and heavy with that voice. Oof. Thank you. Do what I can. I'll be here till the end of the week. Let's see. If we pull all this out, how does that help us? What are we accomplishing here? So this hill... Yeah, boy. So this hill is partially in the way of this lake. And that hill is in the way of that. We can have a tunnel there. We can work something out with this, maybe. I don't know. Not sure we want to. But yeah, this part with the hill here, this is gonna definitely gotta go. I feel like I shouldn't be removing these until I get more beds in elsewhere. Or at least I need to move these beds, right? So let's maybe... Of course I didn't bring a wool remover. Shears. That's okay though. You can be patient. So the next chapter is called The Prairie. We're gonna get into understanding whale skulls next. Like, we haven't had enough chapters about whale skulls lately. But I promise this one is different. But that's what you say every time. Don't worry, son. It'll be really different this time. Whoop. Uh-oh. Now they're all gonna hate me forever. I was gonna say, how does the villager aggro work? Like, do they all actually hate me forever? Or only the one guy? Are the iron golems gonna aggro on me now? I literally don't know what to expect after accidentally hitting one of those guys with a shovel. But I'm guessing it's not good. Okay, so let's take these 3 extra beds and put them on the beacon here. Actually, let's put them on the beacon down here. So then these guys can then come, okay. Well, if you want, there's stuff over here, you guys. I mean, not good stuff. But I mean, there's a bed. You know, whatever. Trade with one to make it right. Okay, says Mintus. That's fine. So, like, 1 hit is worth 1 trade. Gotta rebuild that trust. Got it. Thank you, Badger. I don't have anything to trade with this guy because I don't have, what does he want? Potatoes and, emeralds. I guess we can go trade for some more pies here. Thank you very much for the pies. I'm sure they're delicious. Don't really care, but, you know, I'm sure they are. Dang it, I thought this keyboard was actually okay without me having to clean it. But yeah, the shift key is sticking. That is going to be a concern. So I am going to have to pull this stuff off with the key cap remover. I mean, I know how to do it. Ish. I'll figure it out. I just was hoping I wouldn't have to. I already got a lot of other stuff I gotta do. I gotta clean the oven, because it keeps setting off the smoke alarm. Gotta remove the shift key so I can clean the keyboard. Can see if the keyboard is dishwasherable. I don't think it is, Badger. I don't think the oven will go in the dishwasher either. Okay. Okay, so nobody really has any notes about the chapter of Moby Dick, it sounds like. So maybe it's time to move on to the next one. Let's go ahead and drop off some stuff, do some inventory management before we do. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is 100% the best place to be working right now, but it is definitely a place to be working right now, and we are gonna have to, I mean, this stuff has to go eventually. So let's just clear it out while we're here. I guess kind of my attitude. Okay, so this is gonna go through here. Which is gonna meet there, which is gonna go up there. Yeah, this is a whole mess indeed. Okay, yeah, let's just pull out this table here, I think, at this point. I think that's our best immediate bet. Okay, so let's just jump into chapter 79 of Moby Dick. Or the whale. The prairie. To scan the lines of his face or feel the bumps on the head of this leviathan, this is a thing which no physiognomist or phrenologist has as yet undertaken. Such an enterprise would seem almost as hopeful as for Lavater to have scrutinized the wrinkles on the rock of Gibraltar, or for Gaul to have mounted a ladder and manipulated the dome of the Pantheon. Still, in that famous work of his, Lavater not only treats of the various faces of men, but also attentively studies the faces of horses, birds, serpents, and fish, and dwells in details upon the modifications of expression discernible therein. Nor have Gaul and his disciple Spurzheim failed to throw out some hints touching the phrenological characteristics of other beings than man. Therefore, though I am but ill qualified for a pioneer in the application of these two semi-sciences to the whale, I will do my endeavor. I try all things. I achieve what I can. Hey, quick note from the Beetlejuice here. That would be a really awesome, like, family crest Latin thing. I try all things, I achieve what I can. I really like that. You know, I'm a bit of a doer myself. Not much of an achiever. But hey, I do a lot. And I think that's worth something. And it's really worth extra if you put it in Latin, you know. That's why they're all about gold-pressed Latinum in that Star Trek Ferengi show, Deep Space Nine. But anyway, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Physiognomically. I hate this word. I refuse to pronounce it correctly because I hate this concept. I think this is a chapter that's going to have a lot of asides, just going to say. Because physiognomy and phrenology are both pretty terrible. These are not real sciences. And the thing is, I can't tell until I read this further if Ishmael is making fun of them or not. I really hope he is. But, honestly, Ishmael is making fun of almost everything he writes about somehow, so, well, I guess we'll see. The sperm whale is an anomalous creature. He has no proper nose. And since the nose is the central and most conspicuous of the features, and since it perhaps most modifies and finally controls their combined expression. Hence, it would seem that its entire absence as an external appendage must very largely affect the countenance of the whale. For as in landscape gardening, a spire, a cupola, monument, or tower of some sort is deemed almost indispensable to the completion of the scene, so no face can be in keeping without the elevated open-work belfry of the nose. Dash the nose from Phidias's marble Jove, and what a sorry remainder. Nevertheless, Leviathan is of so mighty a magnitude, all his proportions are so stately, that the same deficiency which in the sculpted Jove were hideous, in him is no blemish at all. Nay, it is an added grandeur. A nose to the whale would have been impertinent. As on your voyage, you sail around his head in your vast head in your jolly boat. Your noble conceptions of him are never insulted by the reflection that he has a nose to be pulled, a pestilent conceit which so often will insist upon obtruding even when beholding the mightiest royal beetle on his throne. In some particulars, perhaps, the most imposing physiognomical view to be had of the sperm whale is that of the full front of his head. This aspect is sublime. In thought, a fine human brow is like the east when troubled with the morning. In the repose of the pasture, the curled brow of the bull has a touch of the grand in it. Pushing heavy cannon up mountain defiles, the elephant's brow is majestic. Human or animal, the mystical brow is as the great golden seal affixed by German emperors to their decrees. It signifies, God done this day by my hand. But in most creatures, nay, in man himself, very often the brow is but a mere strip of alpine land laying along the snow line. Few are the foreheads which, like Shakespeare's or Melanchthon's, rise so high and descend so low that the eyes themselves seem clear, eternal, tideless mountain lakes. And all above them in the forehead wrinkles, you seem to track the antlered thoughts descending there to drink, as Highland hunters track the snowprints of the deer. But in the great sperm whale, this high and mighty godlike dignity inherent in the brow is so immensely amplified that gazing upon it in the full front view, you feel the deity and dread powers more forcibly than in beholding any other object in living nature. For you see no one point precisely. Not one distinct feature is revealed. No eyes, nose, ears, or mouth, no face, he has none, proper nothing, but that one broad firmament of a forehead, pleated with riddles, dumbly lowering with the doom of boats and ships and men. Nor, in profile, does this wondrous brow diminish, though that way viewed its grandeur does not domineer upon you so. In profile, you plainly perceive that horizontal, semi-crescentic depression in the forehead's middle, which in man is Lavatar's mark. Prove it. It is moreover declared in his pyramidical silence, and this reminds me that we had the great had the great sperm whale been known to the young eastern world, he would have been deified by their thoughts. They deified the crocodile of the Nile because the crocodile is tongueless, and the sperm whale has no tongue. Or, at least it is so exceedingly small as to be incapable of protrusion. If hereafter any highly cultured poetical nature shall lure back to its birthright the merry May-Day gods of old, and livingly enthrone them again in the now egotistical sky, in the now unhaunted hill, then, to be sure, exalted to Jove's high seat, the great sperm whale shall lord it. Champollion deciphered the wrinkled granite hieroglyphics, but there is no Champollion to decipher the Egypt of every other human science. Physiognomy, like every other human science, is but a passing fable. If then Sir William Jones, who read in 30 languages, could not read the simplest peasant's face in profounder and more subtle meanings, how may unlettered Ishmael hope to read the awful Chaldee of the sperm whale's brow? I put that brow before you now. Read it, if you can. Okay. This is the part where I'm normally supposed to ask for money, but real quick. The unlettered Ishmael. He has been roasting all of these contemporary authors. This entire time. He's been roasting all these other authors. But apparently, this is an oral history of his time aboard the Pequod. And he hasn't actually read any of those guys' work. Does unlettered mean doesn't have a degree, maybe? Or does it mean illiterate? I think it means illiterate. A badger's nodding at me to a two-part thing. It does mean illiterate. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought it meant illiterate. And, yeah. So, I was pretty sure it meant illiterate. So, I mean, this is kind of a huge drop. Whoa, guys. New Ishmael lore just dropped. Ishmael cannot read. You know, I have a lot of nieces and nephews who are illiterate. They're getting there. But, you know, under the age of 4, you know, it's kind of hard. But, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, there's a problem with being illiterate. A lot of people I love can't read. But, you know, I just, you know, I feel like, based on how much time Ishmael spends bashing authors' books, he was probably somebody who could read. Okay. Wandering Mask, we got a couple questions here. First off, Wandering Mask really liked the, do everything you can, achieve what you, or do everything, achieve what you can. What was it? I try all things, I achieve what I can. Wandering Mask says, I genuinely love that, feel that in my bones. Get More Stupid says, what chapter are we on? We just finished chapter 79. And then Wandering Mask continues, even with everything I've come to understand about this book and the author, the chapter of let me use bigoted pseudoscience to tell you how hot whales are was not on my bingo card. Not only how hot whales are, but also how intelligent. And they don't need to prove it to you. So yeah, that's a whole thing. I mean, arguably everything in this book is a whole thing, but yeah, whole thing. Whole thing right there. Okay. So. Should probably get set up over here. This farm is arguably very important to the village. It's where they get their potatoes. I don't want to destroy it without a replacement ready, but I just, we just don't have time. We cannot just indulge these people forever. Sorry, villagers. Taking your primary food supply away. Hope you know how to establish another one. What's that you don't? Big surprise. Maybe Jack Black can teach you in his upcoming film. Jack Black teaches people how to farm. Craft. Okay. Now, does destroying those guys' workstations kill their profession? Is that really bad, moving those workstations? I'm gonna move them over here, I guess. I'm gonna set them back so they don't trample the crops. Yeah, that's gonna reset a bunch of trades. Wandering Mass says, whales are so smart. Look at all the stupid things they choose not to do. Exactly, yeah, that's a sentiment. All right. Oh, I do need to post the tipping link if y'all are enjoying this Moby Dick stream. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, so this next chapter is about the phrenology of the whale's brain. So yeah, I guess we're getting more of that sort of thing. Fantastic. I will say, chapter 81, which is after this one, the chapter we're coming up on, chapter 80, The Nut, is a pretty short chapter, but chapter 81 is a very long chapter, long enough that we need to start a stream with it. So we definitely are not going to be reading chapter 81, The Virgin, tonight. But that'll be for next week there. Oh, actually, I'm going to be at Tennessee Game Days next week. We might need to figure out... I think that I've got the road set up in a good place. But yeah, we're going to have to figure something out there. Because I don't want to skip streams for Tennessee Game Days. What I'd rather do is do streams from the hotel with live audience. Because we've got Salem, Hard Luck, and some other community people going to be there. But the problem is the streams are like at a time where Corinne would normally be getting ready for bed or going to sleep. So I can't stream from the room. Yeah. I haven't thought this through. I mean, there are some picnic tables outside, but that's really dependent on the weather. And it's really windy in that little picnic table area. So I'm... Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do there. I'll have to talk to Badger to figure out what makes sense. You know, I should probably talk to the hotel people about renting a conference room, but that's costly. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. So, yeah, I'm not sure 100% if we're going to have a stream next Saturday night. Next Saturday's Moby Dick stream. I guess one thing I could do is I could move the stream to the middle of the day. And then... yeah, Badger and Corinne can step out and play games or something. I don't know. We'd have to figure something out that worked for everybody. This is not necessarily a good plan, but this is... yeah, because I don't want to do no stream. But also, the other thing is, last time, normally when I stream from Tennessee Game Days, I get one of the rooms that has one bed and then, like, a desk and couch area. And then I would stream from the desk and couch area with a bunch of people sitting on the couch. But if we're getting a room with 2 beds, which we are this time, then that room would not be set up that way. And so getting a conference room or something would be more suitable. Hoodie Harrelson says the wood would add to the ambiance of being at sea. You say that, but, like, the entire stream would just be, like, sound like somebody blowing into a microphone out there. Which is, you wouldn't be able to hear it. You wouldn't be able to hear what we're doing. So, yeah. Draco Leech says, oh no, that guy is going to yap about whales again. Yeah, you're not wrong. He does like yapping about whales. Okay. So let me go ahead and do a hard refresh on PayPal. Hey, it looks like a tip has rolled in from Wandering Mask. Thank you very much. Wandering Mask for tipping 5. That is going to get us now 39 away from the next Face Camera expansion milestone. Thank you very much, Wandering Mask. Appreciate it. If anybody else would like to tip, it is a great time to tip. This has been a very expensive few months for us. We had a wedding, we had a honeymoon, we had emergency dental work. We had to write a huge check to the Department of Homeland Security for Badger's green card processing filing fee. And health insurance went up by $500 a month for getting married. Yay! So, yeah, every little bit helps. It is a race against the clock to make sure that we can afford rent at the end of the month. So, yeah, every little bit helps. Wandering Mask says, I enjoy a good info dump. Shame the particular chapters are kind of through the lens of racism masquerading as science. Yeah, it's not great. But, yeah. Anyway. Let's get back into the next pseudoscience. At least there's not a chapter about chiropractic. Whatever, it's fine. Chapter 80 of Moby Dick or the Whale. The Nut. If the sperm whale be physiognomically a sphinx to the phrenologist, his brain seems that geometric circle which is impossible to square. In the full-grown creature, the skull will measure at least 20 feet in length. Unhinge the lower jaw. And the side view of the skull as the side of a moderately inclined plane, resting throughout on a level base. But, in life, as we have elsewhere seen, this inclined plane is angularly filled up and almost squared by the enormous superincumbent mass of the junk and sperm. At the high end, the skull forms a crater to the bed that part of the mass, while under the long floor of that crater, in another cavity, seldom exceeding 10 inches long, in length and as many in depth, reposes the mere handful of this monster's brain. The brain is at least 20 feet from his apparent forehead in life. It is hidden away behind fortifications of Quebec. So, like a choice casket is secreted in him, like a choice casket, it is secreted in him, that I have known some whalemen who peremptorily deny that the sperm whale has any other brain than the palpable semblance of one formed by the cubic yards of his sperm magazine. Lying in strange folds, courses, and convolutions to their apprehensions, it seems more in keeping with the idea of his general might to regard that mystic part of him as the seat of his intelligence. It is plain, then, phrenologically, the head of this Leviathan, in the creature's living intact state, is an entire delusion. As for his true brain, you can see no indications of it, nor feel any. The whale, like all things that are mighty, wears a false brow to the common world. If you unload his skull of its spermy heaps, and then take a rear view of its rear end, which is the high end, you will be struck by its resemblance to the human skull, and be held in the same situation and from the same point of view. Indeed, place this reversed skull, scaled down to the human magnitude, among a plate of men's skulls, and you would involuntarily confound it with him, remarking that the depressions on one part of its summit, in phrenological phrase you would say, this man had no self-esteem and no veneration. And by these negations, consider along with the affirmative fact of his prodigious bulk and power, you can best form to yourself the truest, though not the most exhilarating conception of what the most exalted potency is. But if from the comparative dimensions of the whale's proper brain you deem it incapable of being adequately charted, then I have another idea for you. If you attentively regard almost any quadruped's spine, you will be struck with the resemblance of its vertebra to a strung necklace. Of small skulls, all bearing rudimental resemblance to the skull proper. In a German conceit that the vertebrae are absolutely... It is a German conceit that vertebrae are absolutely undeveloped skulls. But the curious external resemblance... But the curious external resemblance, I take it the Germans were not the first men to perceive. A foreign friend once pointed it out to me, in the skeleton of a foe he had slain, and with the vertebra of which he was inlaying, in sort of a basso reliefo, the peaked brow of his canoe. Now, I consider that the phrenologists have omitted an important thing in not pushing their investigations from the cerebellum through the spinal canal. I believe that much of a man's character will be found betokened in his backbone. I would rather feel your spine than your skull, whoever you are. A thin joist of spine never yet upheld a full and noble soul. I rejoice in my spine, as in the firm, audacious staff of that flag, which I fling half out into the world. Apply the spinal branch of phrenology to the sperm whale. His cranial cavity is continuous with the first neck vertebra, and in that vertebra the bottom of the spinal canal will measure to 10 inches across, being 8 in height, and of a triangular figure. With the base downwards. As it passes through the remaining vertebra, the canal tapers in size. but for a considerable distance remains of a large capacity. Now, of course, the canal is filled with much the same strangely fibrous substance, the spinal cord, as the brain. Under all these circumstances, would it be unreasonable to survey and map out the whale's spine phrenology? For, viewed in this light, the wonderful comparative smallness of the brain proper is more than compensated by the wonderful comparative magnitude of his spinal cord. But, leaving this hint to operate as it may among the phrenologists, I would merely assume the spinal theory for a moment, in reference to the sperm whale's hump. This august hump, if I mistake it not, rises over one of the larger vertebrae, and therefore, in some sort, the outer convex mold of it. From its relative situation, then, I should call this high hump the organ of firmness, or indomitableness in the sperm whale. And that great monster is indomitable. You will yet have reason to know. So that's Ishmael inventing chiropractic. You're welcome, America. Okay. So what do y'all think? Any thoughts? Just as a reminder, if you're enjoying the stream, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I gotta say, it is actually way harder for me to mine with all of these, what do you call them here? All of these, villagers. It is legitimately really way, like, I feel like I've been reading a lot of books while playing Minecraft for a long time, but, like, constantly having to be like, oh, no, there's a villager. Oh, no, there's a, iron golem. Welcome, Utkarsh Patel. Hope y'all are having a good time out there across the sea. Or in Utah. I don't know. You might live in Utah. That's an option you have. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but, like, you know, I'm not going to stop you. But based on the fact you said good morning, I'm assuming you're somewhere else. Okay. So, here's the thing. It is 9:53. So we have 40 minutes left in the stream. However, the next chapter is super long. So if you are watching this VOD later, you can go ahead and skip to the next episode. Because at this point, it feels like nobody really has anything to say about the book. And this keyboard is driving me crazy because I spilled soda on it the other day. And I plugged it back in finally after I let it dry. And the shift key keeps sticking. And so I think the rest of the stream might be me getting the key extractor out and trying to work on this keyboard. So...
Do we have any rubbing alcohol?
That Badger, I can turn up your mic if you want to ask questions.
Do we have any rubbing alcohol?
Great question.
Because that's exactly what you need.
We do have rubbing alcohol.
There you go.
Do you know where it is?
No clue.
That's why we've got 40 minutes. I don't either. I know where the key extractor is. So yeah, if you're watching the VOD, go ahead.
It's a two-step process.
This is a two-step process. But, okay, step one is get the key extractor. Hey, Raystar.
Do you need this keyboard as a backup?
Well, I mean, no. Because that keyboard's not USB 3 or C.
Okay.
So I've got extra switches and the keyboard extractor here. This came with the machine. So...
Thank you, Corrales.
Thank you, Corrales, yes. Not a sponsor, he just gave me this for Christmas. Okay. So, I have a pretty good idea of how to use this key lifter thing on a standard key. But the shift key is especially wide. So, let me pull up how to remove shift key from name brand keyboard. So we're going to turn that to old.reddit.com because we're not babies. Take the keycaps off is the recommendation. Thanks. Thanks. Is there a
Specific angle you need or whatever.
Is there a specific trick to... Is this a K5 compact? Yeah, it is. Hey, good job.
Woohoo.
So I've got the... Here's the manual for the keyboard if anybody wants to follow along at home. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Just because we're not mining right now doesn't mean the stream's over. Welcome, Barbie Slab. We're trying to get the shift key off this keyboard so we can clean it. Okay. So, we were reading Moby Dick, now we're reading this keyboard manual. Oh my gosh. This is like so zoomed out. Assemble and disassemble the keyboard, page 10. Are there... Okay. So, disassemble. That's how to disassemble the whole keyboard.
But yeah, you should take the frame off to get the caps out anyway.
Okay, so I do need to unplug it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you take the frame? It just has it. It just shows lifting it up.
Yeah.
Wait. It seems to have like. Is there a trick to lifting the frame up? It looks like I just unplug this and then I pull on it.
Shift key currently has sugary badness stuck underneath it from a soda spill.
Yep.
Which was dried out.
Yeah, we dried it out. So we're gonna move the. We're gonna turn up the mic sensitivity and move the microphone further away. Okay. We're gonna unfold this to have a bigger working space. So how do I pull this? It just shows lifting it up. It just says up.
Hey. And
Okay.
It literally was that.
Yeah. Now I'm holding this up for the camera like you guys can see slot 9. Okay. So now that we've done that. Yeah, wow, this definitely has soda dried inside of it. Okay. So if we don't have rubbing alcohol, can I just use Clorox wipes?
No. Because that eats plastic.
Does it?
Yeah. You don't want to use Clorox on plastic.
Okay.
Too much.
Yeah. So. Okay, I'll go look for the rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Next thing, Badger, there should be a roll of paper towels.
I was going to say, do you need Q-tips as well?
Do we have Q-tips?
Yes.
Could
I have
you-
a whole load of them I can get.
If you want to go get that. I think the rubbing alcohol is in one of the things behind this green screen here. Like, so when you come back, there's going to be a bunch of crates everywhere,
Yeah,
just so you
that's
know.
fine. Oh, you've got 2 rolls now.
Oh, great. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, if you want to just set that there for right now, because I'm about to move a bunch of stuff.
I have Q-tips.
Yeah, just as a reminder, we are 39 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Okay. That's great. I've also got a list of stuff I'm supposed to get for Corinne's school project she's working on tomorrow. So if I happen to see like a protractor, yeah, there's a protractor. What else do I need? I need to find a protractor. I need to find my model paint. Cutting board. Cutting board's right there. Okay, tape. We can find that. Old sandpaper. Okay. Cool. We're making progress. Hey, I found the protractor and the ruler at least.
Hey!
So yeah, and then I think the rubbing alcohol is back here. So I don't
A rather large amount of Q-tips.
Thank you. I'm like 90% certain the rubbing alcohol is in one of these.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the bottom one.
Those crates, okay.
I told you.
Oh.
I said don't be surprised if you come back and there's a bunch of crates everywhere.
Would you like me to move the everything at the
If you wanna.
I will.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because there's,
Yeah.
gonna need to make some room here. I mean, it might just be in this top one. Maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
And tape.
Extra
A
thermometer.
bubble wand.
Here's a bunch of paints. Hey, we need a primer for Corinne's project, right?
Yes, we do.
So,
Superior lubricant.
yep,
Yeah.
there's some paints for you to look through. What is this? The rubbing alcohol? It's clear ammonia. What is this? Wood cleaner. Sorry. Oh, here it is, I think. Hydrogen peroxide solution.
Nope.
Wait, is that not the same as rubbing alcohol?
No.
Well, I knew that this was in there.
Okay.
Let's see if this one's right. What about isopropyl alcohol?
That's the one.
Okay, well, that's not what I was looking for, but I keep it next to the other
Isopropyl
one.
is perfect for that.
Okay.
Just use it sparingly.
Sparingly, yeah. Okay. Very professional stream here.
So professional.
Okay.
Hella professional.
Oh, yeah. Totes.
Totes professional.
Yeah. Totes professional. Isn't it? Is that the
Totes
British?
profesh.
Is that the British equivalent?
It is, innit?
Okay. So. Okay. Okay. I think that this tool is for that keyboard.
Ah.
No, wait, that can't be right.
No.
Hold on.
This is the K4RGB.
Yeah. So
TKL.
this is definitely the Extrify key removal tool.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe I don't know how to use it.
Maybe.
Well, no. Actually, you know, it'll work. Okay. So let's pick up the control key here. Is there a specific angle I'm supposed to go at? Of course, the keyboard's unplugged now, so navigating this document is going extra well.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That's
it.
okay. Yeah. So it's this part on the top here that I'm supposed to use.
Yeah.
So that part's circled.
So yeah.
So yeah, I come.
The plier bit is to get the switches.
The
out.
plier bit is for the switches. Okay. So.
There we go. Totes profesh.
Okay. So we got the control key up. You know what I should do is take a picture of this, just in case I get confused later. I mean, I know I can Google pictures of keyboards, but sometimes it's nice to have like exactly the one you just did. Right? Okay. Cool. So, now I want to get the shift key up. Yeah, I see why getting the frame off was super helpful here, actually.
Also, you might need to take a switch out anyway to clean underneath.
Yeah, and I've got 3 extra switches, too.
Oh, nice.
So, that came with it, which is handy. Boy, these just pop right off. There's a lot of human hair in here. At least I hope it's human. Okay. Okay, yeah.
You got it? You got what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a special trick to getting these back on, or do I just press them back down?
Basically press them back down.
Because Corellis offered to send us these as kits that we could assemble ourselves on stream, and every single one of us was like, that sounds fun, but oh my god, Corellis, we have no time. Okay. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how far in... Okay, the Z key is a little sticky, too. Yeah. we didn't use too many keys during our stream earlier. I actually used this keyboard during the stream earlier, and I was like, oh my gosh, it works perfectly. But I didn't realize. No, there's a few things that still. They just didn't come up in that game. You never type anything in that game, so you don't need the Z. Shift button does nothing in
Oh, did you take the maturity off of YouTube?
It's set stream by stream.
Excellent.
So it shouldn't be.
I'm just making sure that you were getting super chats and stuff.
I see the super chat icon. We're just not
Cool.
receiving them because people don't like watching a tiny person in slot 9 of
Which is
Minecraft.
fine.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
I mean, I just directed someone there, so
Oh, okay, cool.
so they don't have PayPal.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's definitely showing up.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, this is like gross enough under here. Like, part of me is like, oh, I want to post a picture of this on the internet, and part of me is like, no, I really don't. It is.
Not until after it's clean.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it won't look impressive after it's clean without the before picture, but
Yeah, no.
still. Okay, boy. Okay, good. It's only 10. We've got 23 minutes to get this back together once I clean it.
It's fine. It'll be good.
No, I think that'll be enough. Is my okay.
I do too.
So QW. I'm putting the keys kind of in their positions. Oh yeah, I'm still in Minecraft.
Wow. Oh, ow. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I could have gotten creepered. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot you need a keyboard for Minecraft. I objectively knew I'm still streaming.
Yeah.
But okay, well,
That's a thing.
there's not room to plug in a different keyboard.
Okay. Oh.
So the S key, this is one of the reasons I didn't want to take off more keys than we 100% needed to.
I got you.
Do you? I think it might have gone like way out there somewhere. Let me.
I'm looking. It's under the rug slightly. I heard it bounce.
Yeah, I think I heard it bounce that way.
I genuinely don't see it.
Okay, well, I can't really
I know.
get out while you're
Pardon me.
in there, so. 'Cause, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm just gonna keep hitting the microphone stand. There it was.
It didn't fall. It was on you.
Yay. No, it wasn't on me. It was like wedged between the chair leg and the microphone stand. Because I heard it hit the concrete.
Yeah, me too. Weird.
But yeah, we weren't gonna find it until I moved the chair. Okay. Wandering Mass says, for what it's worth, I'm having a lovely time. Fantastic, I'm glad. So ideally, I want to remove as few keys as possible in order to actually clean this up.
Yeah.
But it looks
Checking
like
for damage.
I'm going to have to remove several,
Yep.
at least.
Liquid does spread.
Because liquid spreads, yep.
Curse you, liquids.
You know, it's my own fault for, putting that computer somewhere that I might drink things occasionally.
Yeah, that's valid.
In radio stations, they have, only, sealed things with straw policies. And you did buy that, straw cleaning thing for water bottles.
I did, yeah.
The problem is that, any sort of mixed drink or whatever, water bottles are great for water, but you don't want to put
They're not
alcohol in
great
anything
for
with
anything
plastic.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'm still back to, mason jar. Okay. So it seems to get better by the time we get to, the RFV column. If that makes any sense. Because I mostly spilled near the, shift in the A. Okay. So,
what percentage isopropyl is it, by the way? Oh, it's 70. Perfect.
Okay, it also expired in 2023,
That's
so it might
fine.
not be safe to
Just
drink.
means it won't be sterile, but it's fine.
Okay. How much worse does it get over here? Or how much better does it get over here? Let's take off the RFV column, too, just in case. There goes the V.
Yeah, I was using, before I moved, I was using a bottle of isopropyl alcohol that we got from the pharmacy when I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Because I kept posting sandwiches into the VHS player.
And so that's when you really need isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, toddler and, hey look, sandwich and sandwich-shaped hole.
Yep.
What?
We give kids all these toys where, like, you put the shape in the other shape. Yep. Okay. Yep. So.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just evaluating. So the best way to apply...
Will be straight onto the Q-tip, yeah.
Okay, so then I squeeze the bottle until it reaches the top.
If you want to, unless we have something that you can pour a little.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have like a cap or a...
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Maybe the top of a paint can? That's the
a lot of those have stickers or had stickers or adhesive on them.
I see.
What about one of those little glass round Pyrex things? Because it's just alcohol, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to go all the way upstairs again.
No, that's fair.
When, like, any little plastic doodad would do.
Yeah, we just have nothing that's the right shape.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter shape.
No, I mean it has to be a bowl.
It has to be bowl shaped.
Yeah.
We don't have any bottle caps.
Yeah, those cones are open on the top. Okay, thank you, Badger. Hey, welcome, Super Fish. Did I watch the Vandy Texas game? Did we win? Did we beat Texas? Oh my gosh, please tell me we beat Texas. Vandy follows Roger Rabbit Toontown rules. We can only win when it's hilarious, and beating Texas would be hilarious. Ah, Texas won. Boo. That's not funny. I was really hoping Vandy would beat both Texas and Alabama in the same year. And then still be unranked, because why? Okay, thank you. Okay. It was tight, 27-24. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I missed that. But, oh, if we had won, that would have been amazing. Look out, America. Vanderbilt is here to embarrass people who have nothing better to do than be embarrassed.
Sounds like me being an Arsenal fan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can see the color of that from here.
Yeah, I know. There's a...
Gray.
Yeah, there's a lot of hair and dust and Coca-Cola in here. Not a sponsor. Coca-Cola,
not.
it's in my keyboard.
Coca-Cola does not work for cleaning keyboards.
No.
Do not buy Coca-Cola for cleaning keyboards.
Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. If you're enjoying this narration of me cleaning a keyboard, we are $39 away from the next Face Gamer expansion milestone. How many keys have I had to remove? So far, let's see. Over here, I've got 6 down here, and then I've got 5 plus 8, 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. 19, 20, 23. I've removed 23 keys. It's 100.
Basically from the Y key left.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I might need to replace the switch on the Z and the shift.
Yeah. They might have seized.
Well, because like I was like triggering them manually here, and they're kind of spongy.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
Yeah, make sure you're not using too much.
I'm not.
Good. Because you still want it to be able to... What do you call it?
Well, I can let it dry out.
Evaporate, yeah.
Yeah, the alcohol I can let dry out, too.
Mm-hmm. Scintillating stream, everyone.
I know, right?
The,
well, I mean, the next
multiplayer.
stream is going to open with a chapter about 5 ships going after 1 whale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it's a long chapter, so I feel like we're gonna come at it strong next time.
Oh, yeah. Oy. It's been a long day. How you doing?
Kind of okay. Just trying to get some of the bigger clumps of hair out.
Oh, lovely.
I know, right?
Delicious.
It's an exciting keyboard experience.
So exciting.
Wandering Mass says, the stream is genuinely perfect for me tonight. Just hearing you folks do your things in a chill way has helped me relax and pay attention. Hey, glad to help, Wandering Mask. We do what we can. Okay. But yeah, I did forget I could die in Minecraft if I unplugged my keyboard while logged in. That was maybe a bad decision.
Yeah, did you die?
No, I think I logged out in time.
Okay.
We'll find out, I guess, when I log back in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's a
thing.
Okay.
Babe, you did die.
How can you tell?
Because I just reran the stream.
What?
You did die. Before you logged off.
I feel like I would have seen that.
You did. The screen went red just before.
That's the Mojang logo.
Oh, it was. Sorry, yeah. No.
Yeah, that always happens, because
yeah. I got you.
They made Minecraft or something.
Since the beginning.
So ever since they made Minecraft, we've had problems. Okay.
They made Minecraft. That was a mistake.
Everyone broadly agreed this was a mistake. But it was too late to do anything about it.
No.
Was it Douglas Adams that says in the beginning God created the universe? This was broadly considered a mistake. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
So it's gonna annoy me that this isn't like it's all this effort to get all this stuff open, and then it's still not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go upstairs and get stuff, so I don't want to send you upstairs again because you're not gonna go. But also, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so so if the action on the switches is squishy because like Coke got inside of them,
Yeah.
I think I need to just pull this whole switch.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, so that's just you come at it from the top with the squeeze tool and pull it straight up. Yes. I guess that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the squishy switch for the Z, or the Z. And I've got 3 more replacement ones in here. So let's just make sure we orient this the same way as all the other ones. So, which part goes on the top? I think, yeah, that part goes on the bottom. We got 2 pins here that'll hopefully align. Oh, that's got a good action to it. Okay. Now the other one that doesn't have a good action, though, is this shift key one. Is it worth it to try to fix these, I wonder? Can you clean out these switches themselves?
Probably.
Yeah, so I'm not going to throw these the ones that got the stuff in them away. I'm going to keep them separate from the one remaining good one I've got, though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, keyboard, like, repair and building is one of those things. Like, I've always known a lot of people that were super into it, but they would always talk about how much the bill of materials for their projects were, and that got me pretty convinced it wasn't for me early on. Especially because, like, there's always schools and businesses giving away old keyboards. So this is, like, the nicest keyboard I've ever had. I feel really bad wrecking it with soda. So I'm glad I can get it fixed. Okay. Just making sure there's no other stuck keys. I'm just making sure there's no other stuck keys. But this side of the keyboard didn't get splashed on too much. I'm a little worried about this control key needing to be replaced. But I think it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And I'd rather keep one final switch in reserve. Fun Master Me says, is there any truer form of entertainment than listening to a guy fix a keyboard? Yeah, I don't know. Can we do a hard refresh over here on the tips? Probably not, because I think I need to hold down something while I click that. But no, yeah, we can do a hard refresh. Cool. So, okay, I think I've got this at a point where I still don't want to take a picture of it because there's still like I said, I would have to go get like the proper tweezers because there's just like a few random hairs that are like just stuck under things. But it's not worth. They're not causing problems as far as I can tell. The key actions are fine, and I don't really need to take a picture of this. So, yeah, this will be fine. Okay. So, do you need to... Oh, you know, I should probably clean off the underside of the keys that got some soda underneath them, too. Huh. Never mind, I'm not ready to put the keys back on. The caps back on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We got all the switches replaced. We got all the gaps between the keys cleaned. But now the undersides of some of the keys. Because I flipped the thing over to try and dry it. Or drain it, you know. Inside the spacebar, a little bit of soda there. Front of the spacebar, a little bit of soda there. Yep, just cleaning them spacebar with a Q-tip. That's married life for you.
Yes, indeed.
Whoa.
Woo. Heck yeah. Woo. Q-tip. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Cotton swabs.
No, let's get them lose that. Let's get them Xeroxed. Okay.
To be fair, though, they aren't brand name ones either.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm too cheap.
Yay. Remember when I took a picture of the keyboard earlier so I could, like, look at it? Now I'm actually gonna, like, okay, let me just make sure I get all these keys back in the right... Like, because, like, I think I know where Alt goes, but, like, I make stupid, tired people mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
So let's just quality control this stuff.
Alt next to space.
Yep, and then we got the Windows key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, control... Oh, yeah, the control key has a ton of soda inside of it. Let's clean that out.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
I'm sure the shift key is gonna, too. When people are like, Joe, why don't you have a podcast? I'm like, because it would just be me doing stuff
chores.
that I'm supposed to get done. And I'm like, hey, guys, so for the podcast this week, I'm really supposed to, like,
Doing chores.
do these chores. But, like, yeah, I mean, I don't...
Here's how to clean an oven.
Oh my gosh, I still have to clean the oven.
It's alright, or...
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
We keep getting the,
The
what is...
smoke alarm.
Smoke alarm goes off every time we use the oven. Even though I'm not
Even
burning
though,
anything.
like, it doesn't look dirty.
So
just
there
a
must be something that
tiny,
fell to the
tiny
bottom.
bit.
Yeah, and it doesn't smell that much like
No.
smoke. It's just enough. It's just enough to set off the sensors in 2 rooms.
Yeah.
So it is something. It's not nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But...
And Joe, bless him, he thought he came up with the, instead of,
You know, my grandma used to have a dinner bell she'd ring, so my mom would know when she was done playing to come home for dinner. My mom, though, she doesn't need a dinner bell. We just use the smoke alarm for that.
see? But yeah, Joe thought they'd come up with that
I
as
thought
an
it
original.
I thought it was clever, but
It is clever. But yeah, it's just one of those things that...
it's too clever for me to be the
many
only
people-
person who's come
yeah.
up with it, yeah.
It's an old joke.
Hey, we did get some... Wait. Hold on. We did get some tips.
Hey!
When did that happen? 10 minutes ago.
Oh no!
Hey,
Oops.
Barbie Slab, tip in 2. Thank you very much. We're going to get that on the advocacy here.
Oh yeah?
And then we got 2 again from Funmaster Me, who says, can't record much, but I hope this helps. Believe me, every bit helps.
Hey.
Every bit helps. Sorry I'm so focused on this.
Thank you.
I don't know why I didn't see that. Sorry, my brain is like...
Sorry, I should have called them out. I didn't see them either.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like, this is not your job. Okay, so we need V, C, X, Z. Going backwards from the B there.
Yes.
So,
Or Z. Yeah, Borealis Laura. Pink stuff is pretty good, but it's incredibly abrasive. So, not that great for rental stuff.
Oh, dang it. You know what I forgot to check under was the Z key.
Is it?
Because that was one of the ones that I was like, oh, that's going to definitely need to be cleaned because it was sticking.
Mm.
Yep, need to clean that with a swab.
Oh no. Barbie's Lab said it's okay that you didn't notice their donation.
Thank you, Barbie.
Your hands are literally full of keyboard and alcohol swabs.
Yes.
It's all good.
You know, everybody knows that if there's nothing makes a Friday night stream better than alcohol. Swabs. Okay, so is that going to line up if I do it that way? Okay. Okay, so G, F,
D, S, A.
yeah, the D, the S, and the A. That looks pretty okay under there. Because even though it had pooled underneath the keys when I flipped it over, okay, so the S is where like the Coke reached in terms of when I flipped the keyboard over to try and get the stuff to drain out.
Yeah, I'm looking at this keyboard as well. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this could use a clean.
It probably
But
could use a clean.
To be fair, I've got like a proper like air puffer thing that I can use.
Yeah, well, air puff doesn't work on soda, unfortunately.
No,
so.
exactly, but this one doesn't have soda in it, thankfully.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Because I didn't do anything stupid with
Also,
reorganizing
thank
my
you
desk.
For the Ray Gojin 750.
Gojin 750. Gojin. Thank you. Okay. So we got the A back on there, so we've only got the caps lock on this side. Oh, that definitely needs to be cleaned out.
With ever decreasing dilution of cola.
Yes, we're getting things done over here.
Woo-hoo.
Wow. I was worried that we wouldn't make it to the 10:30 mark. I was like, boy, how am I going to fill out the end of the stream when I don't have a working keyboard? I guess I could clean the keyboard. That won't take 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
There we go. Scintillating.
Okay, so I know how QWERTY goes, at least. So, the R is clean underneath, so we don't have to swab that. The E is clean underneath, so we don't have to swab that. Whoops. The W, clean underneath, don't have to swab that. Okay, Q, let's see, that might be, nope, that was past the radius of that part of the spill, I guess. Then we got the tab key here. Okay. Escape key 1. So the escape is clean, but the 1 needs to be swabbed out. Got a little soda under there. You know, we should probably order some extra switches. Because if you're going to use one of these keyboards, and I'm going to use these keyboards, they both have the same switches.
We're gonna need the extra switches.
Oh, wait, actually,
I think those
I've got
are
the quiet
different.
switches.
Yeah, these are the clackies. These are the normal cherry reds, I think. Yeah, these are the clacky cherry reds.
Actually, these might be the clacky switches I just put in. I might have put in...
Ah.
No, maybe not. No, I don't think so.
Just play without a keyboard.
No. This is the new one. Yeah. This is the quiet switches. Yeah, play Minecraft without a keyboard. We tried that. I almost died. Okay, so 2 and 3 don't have any coal under them. So let's get these 3 remaining code keys on here. Okay. Hey, thank you to Sick Loss. Who tips 20. He says, appreciate the stream. It's been good to listen to while assembling and painting miniatures. Well, thank you very much. That 20 is going up on the advocacy here. Boom. That puts us now only 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. I can't paste in the tipping link. Badger, do you have the tips are welcome via PayPal?
Yes, I do, but I can't post it to...
You're not a VIP.
Oh, I can post it on here. That's
Post on Twitch at least.
Yeah, I'll do it on Twitch.
Thank you. I'm almost done.
Mm-hmm.
How long does the isopropyl alcohol have to dry before we can use this, you think?
Not very long.
Because I wasn't, like, pouring it in there either.
Mm-hmm. Give it a sniff. That tends to be a good way of finding that out.
Oh, like, yeah, if it's still evaporating.
Mm-hmm. Because I've got a fresh nose. That smells fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't smell alcoholic.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I am kind of looking at it, though, and thinking, like, maybe I should keep...
But there is 30% water in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's what the other...
Mm-hmm. Purified water.
Yeah, because I was thinking of hydrogen peroxide, which you can just use.
Yes, but it's also not great. Especially on anything that's not already bleach white.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. There are certain plastics you don't want to get bleach near.
Mm-hmm.
And resin.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that this is a pretty good job. Job well done here. Ugh. But yeah, I'm really glad that, thank you very much again to Saykloss. I'm glad that this has been helping out during your miniature painting. Full evaporation from a small dab, no puddle, should take 40 to 60 seconds to swamp Polonius. Yeah. So, because, yeah, the small amount that I put in there, I feel like we should be pretty okay.
Oh, you have a donation
Via...
on YouTube?
Is that the one from Saykloss that I just...
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, you've already said that.
Okay, yeah, because I see it on your screen, and I'm like, that looks
sorry.
like the same icon, but it's from far away.
Thank you again.
Watching Tiny Joe's just clean his keyboard. It's quality entertainment. I honestly have no idea how much of it you can even see. Can you even tell that I'm on camera?
Yeah,
Just, yeah.
It's like the tiniest.
There's the
smaller
keyboard.
thing,
It's so much cleaner now. It's
Have to
so
take
much
our
cleaner now.
Word for it.
I mean, like I said, I thought about taking pictures, but I was like, no, then I'm going to want to post them, and nobody needs to see that.
Oh yeah, of course you can zoom in on YouTube.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Forgot about that. It's grainy but still visible. There you go.
Interesting. I think there's a magnet in part of... Oh. Hold on. I think there's a magnet. That was what the diagram here was trying to show me. There's a magnet right under here
that attaches the whole
that
thing.
holds this down. So if you're trying to lift this up, the magnet is going to be what holds it in place.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to lock the magnet in.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey. Beautifully done.
Okay.
Woohoo.
I forgot to check the inside of this casing though for
Yeah.
for any soda I need to clean. That would have been smart to do.
Yep.
Let's just do that now. Oh yeah, there's definitely soda stains all along the inside of it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So it acted like a gully, basically.
Well, I mean that's fine.
Yeah, which is good.
It's just
That's
a plastic
what we
frame. Yeah.
That's what you need it for. Isn't
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and so it's like we're not quite done
Not yet.
because I don't want to track past.
I just rubbed my ear and found more face paint in it.
Oh yeah, Badger was dressed as Sally.
Yeah.
Badger, since you're a VIP on Twitch, you want to post your link to Blue Sky picture you posted earlier?
Yes, I can.
So people can see those cute pictures of us. Thank you, Badger. You're super amazing today. Oh my god, you are like super amazing.
Oh my god.
That was my best Beetlejuice doing no ho Hank.
You're so amazing.
Oh my god, Fuchs.
Mm-hmm.
Barry's like so amazing. Barry's like so amazing. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad I took that extra minute to look at that, because, yeah, I was like... Okay. Now we're going to re-secure all that. Okay. So... There's like a tiny amount of this left. Should I just pour it in the trash?
Yeah.
I guess I could put a tissue in it, and then it'll evaporate less weirdly, or whatever.
It won't be super uber puddle of
Yeah.
flammability.
Yeah, that's what I was definitely thinking.
Yeah.
We'll let the alcohol evaporate off before we set this on fire. Okay. So, moment of truth.
Will she power up?
Will she power up? Power up. We got lights.
There are lights. Camera. Action.
Well, we're gonna try logging back into HermitCraft and seeing if I die. I think it's gonna be the lights, camera, actions. Okay, so we're gonna do that like this here. Okay. So I need to, I'm going to turn my mic back down and then move it closer to my body. Test. Oh yeah, I can't see the levels. So that's real helpful. Okay, so my levels are here. Badger, can you say something?
I can say something like this. That's exactly what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn your levels up a little bit because you're way further from there.
Hello.
Definitely get more noise. Is the air conditioner on? Or not the air conditioner, but the circulator fan. Yeah.
The circulator's on, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're not planning on saying much,
I'm not.
I'm gonna turn you down because the circulator fan is like aligned with your face, and yeah, it is. We're getting some volume there. Okay. Okay. Whoa! Small victories. Keyboard repaired. I mean, I say that we haven't actually used. We haven't used the keyboard yet. What?
Where is the small victory bell?
It's that blue one right there. Is that the next problem bell? Oh yeah, no, the small victory bell is the next problem bell. I think actually, it's like, yay, we accomplished something. What now? Okay. So let's log back into the server where the zombie's trying to kill us. See how it goes. I am in range of a health beacon. And a speed beacon. Yep, the control key seems to be working. Shift. Well, the control key wasn't really giving us problems. It was the shift and the Z. I'll just bop you till your helmet breaks. I can bop. I can bop. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. So. Whoa, we accomplished something. Okay, let's get this fixed. Oh, boy. So, I think we're running a little bit over on the stream schedule. We were supposed to be wrapping up at around 10:30, and it is now, by my calendar, 10:46, which is also a clock, apparently. So we're going to do last call for tips. If you enjoyed this stream, thank you for hanging out. Whether you can afford to tip or not, or whether you choose to tip or not, thank you for hanging out during this. This is the sort of thing that's so stressful for me to do. But, like, having you guys here to keep me company and having Badger actually materially, physically helping find things, like, super, super great. Appreciate all of you. We did it. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how much progress we actually made on this thing, because honestly, I was so distracted by the keyboard and the villagers. It felt like not, a lot, but whatever. Maybe it was great. Maybe we're gonna look back at the replay mod and be like, wow, actually, Joe did so much more work than he's ever done before in his life. Don't forget make Badger VIP on YouTube so you can post links. The problem is YouTube doesn't have a separate VIP and moderation thing. Although I do need to make Badger a moderator on YouTube because tomorrow we're doing a charity stream with NJ Coffee Junkie. And yeah. Yeah, let me click on you.
Hello, this is me.
Yeah, so I'm going to make you a moderator for the charity stream tomorrow. Standard moderator. Okay. Wanderer Mask says, appreciate you and your work. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Wanderer Mask. Thank you for giving this show a go, even though it was kind of a train wreck. Choo choo. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Dalxa. We are just wrapping up the stream, actually. We're testing. We just spent the last 35 minutes, 40 minutes cleaning my keyboard because it was... And we had to replace some of the switches. So we had to log out of Minecraft in the middle of the stream, replace 2 keyboard switches, and clean a bunch of stuff because I had spilled soda in it the other day. And now we're back. We're playing. It seems like it's working. Everything seems like it's working. Raystar says, I was impressed by how much you got done tonight. Was thinking of that when you said that. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we got a decent amount of digging done. We actually... So the thing is, actually, I think the most important thing we did tonight was... I kind of was making choices during the Moby Dick stream, even though I normally try not to. I normally try to just follow the plan, but actually we removed several parts of the village. Okay, I'm going to have to turn... I literally...
Fine.
I can't hear you if your mic isn't
A little
turned on.
more, yeah, a little mild moderation you had to make on the fly.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the fly though, because you read ahead a bit.
Oh, no. I meant more, no. I wasn't making choices about Moby Dick. I'm saying, like, I was making choices about where to move stuff in the village during the reading. I was actually kind of making more complex choices in Minecraft than I normally would during mining, grinding.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I was like moving beds and removing houses and stuff. So I'm swapping tools, moved a farm, that sort of thing. I gotta move that house still. You know what I should have done is I should have taken a screenshot at the beginning of what I needed to mine out, or what I planned to mine out. So then I could just be like, okay, here's your before and after picture for the blog or slog. Options, FOV 30. That's too much FOV. Options. No, because like I'm trying to be more experimental with FOV for screenshots and stuff.
Yeah, no.
So
Quake Pro.
I feel like if I stand on this corner for the photo here, if I stand on this corner and I target the orange in the center here, and then I set the FOV to 40, that's probably going to be about what I mined out today. No, that's not enough. It's got to be lower. It's got to be 30. 30 is way too low, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. Let's drop the camera here. And then I'm going to come out this way. I'm going to function F1 and turn around. Ah, look at all the mining I did. F2. Well, that's not F2. Function F2. Okay. Okay. And then we can come back over to the... I just want to have 2 screenshots. So we're going to go to the beginning of the stream here. Yep, we're about to call it a night too. I'm just getting a couple screenshots because it'll bother me if I don't have them later. I find a lot of getting things done is just going, what will I be annoyed I didn't do? Okay.
I have the most annoying thing stuck in my head.
Which is?
So there is a meme about a CGI sausage dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it sings is it Carmina Burana? Dun 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 dun. That one. It's like a really big orchestral kind of operatic kind of thing. By Carl Orff. But it's just the dog going hoppa 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 hoppa.
I've never seen this, I don't think.
But I heard we were at a Nashville like Halloween thing earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they played it there?
No, the Dog of Wisdom, that's the one. And there was a dog competition,
Oh, did
contest
they
thing.
play it during the dog competition?
No, but one of the hot dogs walked by, as in literally a dog dressed up as a hot dog.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I heard someone behind us
Like humming
going,
that?
hoppa, hoppa,
Oh,
hoppa,
that's cute.
hoppa. So now that's in my head, and I've inflicted it upon you all.
Yay.
Yay!
Show file on disk.
Yes, it is the one in the plane. Yeah. Hoppa, hoppa.
I don't think that this is the earliest we could have taken this screenshot, because I did definitely remove some blocks back there, but whatever. Oh, and I got those trees. This is just me being...
Hi, Jevin. Bye, Jevin.
Oh, I didn't see Jevin. This is a replay, so it's not even like I can like say hi now. Womp womp. Sorry, Jev. Okay, yeah, because that house and those trees are still there, so take screenshot. Okay, show file on disk. Okay, then we can drag that over here. And yeah, I should probably have remembered to take a screenshot before I got started. I was just so stressed out about the keyboard thing and about yeah, like I said, that's a really stressful chapter of Moby Dick to read live. Oh boy. So, okay, we're going to turn our FOV back up to normal, and then we are going to exit the replay, and we're going to find somebody to raid. So let's go do that. Twitch.tv/directory/following. It's so nice having my keyboard back now.
Yay, you did it.
I did it. I really do feel accomplished about that. That's
Hooray.
nice.
Decolified.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see. It looks like NJ, who's hosting the charity stream tomorrow, is doing a warm-up stream tonight.
Nice.
So why don't we go ahead and raid NJ so she can check her tech and make sure everything's all set for tomorrow. Our raid message is going to be, howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. And tomorrow I'm going to be joining NJ at noon Central Time to play Clank for an hour before playing an hour of Faz. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Till next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Stop streaming, stop in the stream. But we're not actually out yet until I click this other thing for YouTube, because YouTube likes to make things unnecessarily complicated. I'm on the third page that I have to